There is a video which I did about rabbit cages, and I explained to us the different types of cages or different forms of cages that we have. We usually have outward and the inward type of cages, and for me it's usually the inward type of cages or enclosed type of cages. And I've been doing some renovation in as far as the restructuring of those cages are concerned, and I thought that it's important for me to just inform you what I've been doing in those cages, so that for you to understand what is helpful for you and how to do it. So my name is Emmanuel, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, and if you are new here, this is General Farm, where we do things related to farming, and specifically right now we're just doing rabbit farming. And I've been doing some renovation in as far as my rabbit cages are concerned. And first I started with the outward structure, and I realized that the outward structure which I used to have, it wasn't meeting the criteria as far as the outward structure is concerned, because yeah, it was good, but it wasn't meeting certain criteria. The first criteria that it wasn't meeting was in terms of ventilation. It wasn't well ventilated, so there were a lot of sneezing in my rabbit, so I had to work on it. And also in terms of lighting, it wasn't well lit, so I had to do some renovation and work on it. So basically I usually have two types of outward structure, inward structures. The outward structures that I usually use for my indoor cages, and the first one is the one that I used to have a long time ago, and then I have the new one. The first one I had to do so much renovation on it, because I realized that it wasn't well ventilated. Yeah, I had to remove the top iron sheet and the top roofing, so that to make it well ventilated. The first thing that I had to do is to raise the roofing and part of it, so that at least any person who is even taller than maybe I can be able to move freely, and also the rabbits can be able to get enough ventilation to as they eat, or as they move on, that matter. So I did some removing of my roofing, and then I had to do some addition or some elevation to my roofing part. So this elevation had to be done in a way that it's just to raise the poles, to add some poles in that the poles are raised, so that your rabbits can be able to get enough ventilation. So also I had to add some ventilation on the side, because I realized that I was just doing only one side, or I was just doing only two sides, and it wasn't well ventilated. The space of ventilation wasn't that enough, so I had to increase the amount of ventilation that I was giving to my rabbits in that matter. So it's important for you as a farmer to, when you are doing an indoor type of cages, make sure that your rabbits are very well ventilated. So these are things that I had to do. And then the other thing that I had to do is to increase the amount of light that is coming into my outward structure, that matter. So to increase that, I had to do two things. The first thing that I had to do is obviously is to, as you increase the ventilation, as you increase the amount of wires that you are using on the sides of your outdoor structure, you also increase the amount of light that is increasing, that is that is in that you are putting into your house. So apart from that, apart from the increasing the amount of ventilation and the amount of wires that I took on my side, I had to, on the side of the cages, I had to do what we call I had to acquire what we call the transparent iron sheet. The transparent iron sheet, I had to put it on the top or the roofing part of my outward structure. This transparent iron sheet had to, they helped a lot in increasing the amount of light that was penetrating into my outdoor structure. So these are things that you need to know as a farmer, because they help so much. Lighting and lighting helps a lot in that your rabbit can feel that natural environment, that natural environment in that matter. And also it helps a lot in that when your house is ventilated well, it helps a lot in that you can be able to reduce all conditions like sniffing, and also your rabbit can be well aerated. So these are things that you need to understand as a farmer, and we learn through mistakes, and as they say that learning is a continuous journey. You can't just know everything when you're starting rabbit farming or when you're starting any other project. So you learn through the process that you go through it. So it's something that I had to do, and I thought that it's good for me to share with you this kind of renovation that I did. So if you feel that this video is being helpful to you, please, if you are new here, please find your time to subscribe to it, and also like our videos and share our videos. So thank you for your time. See you in another videos.